holding tight, can you see it? Streaming the truth live from where they decree it. Sylvia speaks, no filter, no buffer. Courtroom drama couldn't get any tougher.
When the gavel's first bang, to the witness stands tears. Sylvia's lens captures all your hopes and fears. Uploading justice one trial at a time. Tuning every moment, edges sublime.
Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Faces tell stories, the courtroom can't hide. Sylvia's insights cut through the divide. From jury talks to the lawyer's secret. In Sylvia's world, you know you'll need it. Behind the scenes where whispers are loud, her lens reveals the truth in the crowd. Courtroom secrets laid bare to see. Stay curious with Sylvia Spree. Every objection, every sharp retort, Sylvia's there to give you the report. Exclusive footage no one else can snag. From catchy headlines straight to the tag. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show. Welcome to the Sylvia Show, oh yeah. She's got the inside scoop, don't you care? With every verdict, the suspense does grow. So hit subscribe, let's start the show.
Faces tell.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get this thing from my room. But good evening, guys. As you guys know, I went off to the courthouse today. I spent the whole day in Judge Whitaker's courtroom because I wanted to see how she did the probation revocation. And I wanted to give you guys some 411 on what I experienced in the courtroom. I'm gonna wait for a few more minutes while everybody get in there. Did everybody get a chance to hit the like button? Have you guys gotten a chance to hit the like button? Guys, did you get a chance to also share this live with your friends and family and things like that? Because we got a lot to talk about. I got lots of notes. Lots of notes. Lots of notes. I took some careful notes today because I really wanted to see the temperature in that room. I wanted to see how Judge Whitaker was handling it. I'm kind of scared for Miles. Not scared. I already know she's going to revocate his bond. I'm going to tell you that right now. From what I've seen in court today, she's going to do a revocation. She's not playing with the gangs in Georgia. She's not playing at all. And I'm going to give you why. Now, how much time she's going to give him? It's going to be, I believe, this is me talking personally. I believe it's going to be 5+ is my personal opinion. It's going to be 5+. And I'm going to tell you exactly why. Because today I was in her courtroom, right? And she was doing the bond revocation for one of the 4 PF guys, right? And they didn't even get a chance to actually work on that case because the attorney asked for them to go ahead on to do the prelim on the new charges before she ruled on the revocation. And the guy from the parole probation office, he was on Zoom, and before he left, she asked him, "What is your recommendation for what is your recommendation of the revocation?" And he said the full 7 years of what he got left over, the full 7 years. She says because she doesn't want him to have to come back again, because they're gonna bring them back on the 9th, the same day as Mr. Kendrick. She doesn't want them to come back. She asked him how much time do he believe this person should get. Off the bat, she already knows she's revocating his bond, period. Okay. She had a few bond revocation, but let me tell you what happened too. Anybody that did not show up in her court today, every single one of them got bench warrant. She gave out 15 bench warrants today. 15 bench warrant. And she had about 25 cases on her docket today. 15 bench warrant. Before they can even spew anything, she gave them the bench warrant. Whatever the state asked for, she gave it. Right. And here's her logic in some of the bench warrant. She said that before anybody leaves, she tells them that what date they're supposed to be there and what time. And if they're not here at this time, bench warrant, whatever the state is asking for, I am going to do bench warrants. Now let's talk about the revocation. She had 3 individuals that came in for a revocation today, right? She had one guy who he worked for DoorDash, and he's been on a monitor, and he works at another job. He works for DoorDash, and he works for, I think, what was that? Home Depot, one of those stores he worked for. He has 2 jobs, right? And his DoorDash, he works, sometime he'll take orders like 12 o'clock, right? And the state said that he had a 24-hour curfew on his GPS. But the thing is, he doesn't have a curfew when he's working. So the state was saying that he violated the order of his curfew, but then she corrected the state and says yes, but the order says that if he is working, the 24-hour does not apply because he's working. That is the only 2 people she decided not to revoke their probation. Their probation. The guy that worked for DoorDash and the young man who his GED, because he didn't follow his GED thing. He's supposed to have it within a year, and he hasn't completed his GED. He had to explain why his GED is not completed, and the state was asking for revocation on that because he didn't complete his GED. She gave him a chance. She told him that basically he needs to go ahead and get his GED. If he does not get it, he comes back in July, and if July he has not done it, she's going to revoke his probation. Okay. Now the guy with the DoorDash and the one who worked 2 jobs, they redid his bond. She decided not to revoke his. Because he has followed everything. He hasn't gotten any trouble. He's been on GPS for 2 years, and he has not gotten in any trouble. The only thing is his thing was pinging at a certain time. He's supposed to report to the probation that he's working DoorDash. So he asked the judge, am I supposed to ask them every day when I'm out there to work DoorDash? She says, well, you're supposed to. That's the way it is. He's like, well, sometimes it's very hard. So then they had to redo his whole thing. They had to come together on some sort of agreement. And the agreement they came up to is he has to I'm going to tell y'all what he has to do. He has to stop working DoorDash at 10 p.m. He can't work past 10 p.m. on DoorDash. He has to officially call the probation office when he is about to work DoorDash, right? He has to enroll in a GED program for him to go to school, complete that because he hasn't finished college. He hasn't finished high school. He has to update his address, even though he's been living in the same spot. He still has to update his address, and he has to come back April 9th. He has to come back April 9th to see how he's doing, whether or not he messed up anything. So he has to come back the same date that Mr. Kendrick is coming. It seems like she's bringing everybody back on April 9th. So with him, she did not revoke his probation because he did not get in trouble. But one of his stipulations is he can't go near any MARTA station. So if he has an order that's close by MARTA, he can't stop anywhere near a MARTA station. I guess the crime happened around MARTA station or something. But the poor guy was in the seat. He was crying. I felt so bad for him. He's 25 years old, and he and the state has still not indicted him. He hasn't been indicted. This happened in 2023, and he still has not been indicted. But he's been on monitor since then, and he has to pay the fees for supervisory fees and all that kind of stuff. So, that was it. So that was a bond revocation, not probation. I'm sorry, a bond revocation. And so she decided not to revoke his bond. So he was okay. Now, as far as the 4PF guys, I found out because I know someone was saying that they decide to not indict. No, that was not true. They are being indicted. Their prelim hearing is on March the 20th. They have to come back, and Mr. Keithian Mobley, he is the one I told you that the judge is definitely going to revoke his probation. And let me tell you, she was extremely, extremely tough. She was not playing any game. And because I was asking one of the attorneys that was there, she wants to crack down on this whole gang stuff. This whole gang situation, she is not playing at all. And the attorney says that the ones that he has seen her do when having to do with gang, she gives them the full term. She has been giving them the full term. Now, as far as Farley, the good thing about it, he doesn't have a strong history of crime. He doesn't have anything there. This is his first, because he's getting the first offender. But the likelihood he's going to get between, my opinion, it has not been any fact, he's going to get between, I would say, 7 to 10 years, because the max is 20 and the minimum is 5 right now. Minimum is 5 and the max is 20. So the minimum is 5 because that's what, his plea deal was 5 years and it was done on probation. So the minimum is 5 and the max is 20. Yeah, Toria, she's not playing with them. She's not playing because let me tell you what, the 4PF guy, he got out in June, y'all. June 2024. He got out June 2024. Those boys, those 2 teenage boys, July 2nd. He just got out July 2nd. Those boys was killed. And this is a rivalry gang. Okay. So because that opposite gang, and it's going at the same time, y'all. Same time. So she's got that information on that gang, and then they're gonna mention YSL and all this other stuff. It's gonna be very, 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 very tough. Very tough. So he got out in June 2024, and by the time July 2nd, hit. He was part of the shooting of those two boys, the murder of those two boys, those teenagers. So she is not playing with them at all. She's not playing. Anybody have any question? Anybody have any question? Hey, Cece. I'm gonna put the link in here so you guys could and let me also give you guys some rundown. I did check I did check on Mr. Steele's motion for Gregory King, which is Jeffrey Williams' brother. Judge Williams denied 3 of Steele's motions. Y'all, these judges are tough with these gang charges, y'all. What's going on with Yak? Well, Yak, let me tell you what's going on with him. His court date is April 9th, and it looks like they're going to consolidate all 3 cases. He has 1 case, which is possession. He has 2 counts of possession of prohibited item, which is a contraband, provided to an inmate. That's that 1 case, 23 SC 188186. That was done on April 5th, 2023. He has 2 counts of that. And then he has one that's a pre-indictment that was done 3/17/2024. That is 4 counts of prohibited item. That one was a bond. Remember when Kayla had that case? A bond was given by Judge Brandy Brooks. Judge Brandy Brooks gave him a $4,000 bond, which is going to turn out to be about $400 that he would have to pay, right? That was with Kayla, right? And the last case, that was case 24 PI 001909, right? Then he had the 3rd case was 24 SC 004460. That was on June 20th, 2024 and June 16th, 2024. That is the aggravated assault. There's 2 count aggravated assault. And then there's the riot in the penal institution. That's the one with the fight. There was a young man that got hurt in that fight. And I did show you guys the whip that was on the back of the guy's thing. Seemed like he was beat with I think extension cord from a cell phone extension cord, something like that. And that one, he had 1 count of the penal riot. And that one was with Judge Bernie, right? And the final plea for that, the 23 SC 188186. That's the one with Judge Whitaker. That's the same date that the other group, remember the 4PF? That's the same date. All of them are the same date. That's on April 9th, right? So I think Bernie, his attorney, Mr. Harvey, submitted on the 14th of February, submitted a reconsideration for bond. So once Judge Bernie decides on that, whether he's going to give it over to Judge Whitaker and have Judge Whitaker to work on all of it at the same time, but also the district attorney office said, they said that they were going to work something out. So to me, I would think that he would have time served, because these were, nobody died, right? Nobody really got really injured. I mean, he had some webs on the back of him, but it wasn't like, I'm not saying it's not bad, but it's not enough for him to be spending 10, 20 years in jail. It's aggravated assault. You get a lot of time with that. But he's been in jail for what? 3 or 4 years now, right? So I would think they would do time served. This is just Sylvia speaking. I don't know if that's the fact that what he's going to get, but I would think they would do time served on that. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me? It was going to be time served on that one? Do y'all agree with me? Again, I'm going to repeat what he's charged for again. I'm going to repeat. Case 23 SC 188186. That was on April 5th, 2023, right? Hey, Kelly. Hey, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Kelly, can you hear me? You got to unmute your mic. Ah. We lost Kelly. All right. Whoever want to come up, come on up. I just put the link back in here. Hold on. Hold on. Kelly had a private message. All right. Come back up, Kelly. All right. Let me give you the case again. Case 23 SC 188186 on April 5th, 2023. He had 2 counts of possession of prohibited item by an inmate or providing prohibited item to inmates. Okay. Then he has an unindicted one, 24 PI 001909. That was 3/17/2024. That is 4 counts of unauthorized possession of prohibited item by an inmate. And that one is the one that Kayla got the $4,000 bond, but that would have been $400, but that was signed by it was signed by Judge Brandy Brooks. And I was saying, but because he has the other ones, that was holding him back. Remember, he does not have that probation revocation anymore. That was thrown out. So there's nothing holding him from getting any bond, or nothing's holding him from even the state giving a plea deal. And so that's what the judge wants them to do. So come up with a plea deal so they couldn't be handled, and he can close that case, and the case won't be with her any longer. And most likely, since he does have a background of a convicted felon, I believe that most likely is going to be a plea deal where he does not have to serve any time in jail. That's what I believe. He would have time served. This is Sylvia believing. I have not heard that from the courts now, but this is what I believe he would have, because he's been in jail so long. And the YSL case, he was found not guilty on that case. So therefore, he has time to utilize for the case that he has against him. Those 3 cases, right? All of them had possession of item, which is not, it's like, what, 5 years for having something in jail, right? And they can do all those concurrent, right? The only thing is the assault. So I don't know how much assault gives. Even if it gives 10 years, right? He's been in jail for what? 3 or 4 years, right? And you only have to do a third. He's already given them a third. So I think time served would be it, or give the rest in probation. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me on that one? Let me tell you, Kim, let me tell you why it's taking so long. Because he has an attorney that is very, very, very popular. His attorney, Mr. Harvey, has a lot of cases. That's why he picked the date of April, because the judge offered him March 23rd, but he said no, he has a trial that he's doing in March. So I think he's in the Bahamas or someplace like that. He has a couple of cases that are like out of town. So you have an attorney. Oh, thank you. You have an attorney that's very popular, right? And the time frame that he has does not coincide with the court. So, I mean, it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. So, but I think he's going to get time served. That's what I think. This is my personal opinion, right? Fit lawyer. That's my personal opinion. I'm thinking he's going to have time served, because the other case, he was found not guilty. So, I mean, y'all can disagree with me, but I think he's going to have time served. I think the amount of time he's spending right now in jail is chipping off some of the time. Even though it seems like it's taking forever, but Harvey has other cases that was before, and he's taking care of those cases. Remember, he hopped on in December, and he has cases that was way before this part of it, because he had cases that's been behind. Would it have been easy if he stuck with Kayla? She don't seem to settle on probation. Kiosha, you want my honest opinion? You don't want my honest opinion? And nobody, please don't come after me because I'm going to give you my honest opinion. My honest opinion, I believe he should have stuck with Kayla. He would have been out of jail right now. I mean, he might have just been on probation, but at least he would have been outside ready to fight his case. But this way here, he could be just totally done with it because I know Harvey's going to work out something where it's like he doesn't even have to deal with this case anymore. So it's like you got to weigh your what's best for him. I think he would want it to be over totally. With Kayla, he most likely would have to come back and deal with it. With Harvey, I think everything's going to be done and he doesn't have to come back. So it's I don't know. It depends on what you want. You know what I'm saying? You say you disagree, Joanne. You say you disagree. It's okay to disagree with me. But either way, he could be out. He could have been out, but still have to go back and deal with these other cases. Or he could have been, he's going to be out totally once April 9th comes around. They give him a plea deal. That's the way it's going to be because I'm telling you, when I forgot his name. Oh my God. Fit attorney. What is the guy's name? The Indian district attorney. What's the Indian guy name? The district attorney, Indian one. I think his name is Joffrey. I can't remember his name, but he's the one that says that they're going to work out a plea deal. I think he's the one that said he was going to work out a plea deal. They're going to, because he talked to Harvey already, and not Jimenez. No. He's the gosh, I can't remember the man's name. You think fighting on the outside would still yield the same result? You're probably right. You're probably right. He would have been outside quicker. You're probably right. I mean, y'all probably right. You remember, I'm not an attorney, so I'm just giving you my layman's opinion on this. So you guys probably are totally correct on that. Might have been the same, but the only thing is he would have been out early. He would have been out in December instead of waiting all the way to April to come out. I believe he is coming out because he did win. He was found not guilty on the harsh charges. Now, the hardest one is the assault, the aggravated assault. I don't know how much time. How much time do aggravated assault? I know it's like 10 years, right? 10 years, and it could go up to life. It depends on how, what kind of aggravated assault. Could be aggravated assault, somebody hit somebody with a stick, and it could be aggravated assault, somebody hit somebody with a gun. Totally different one, Somebody chopped somebody's fingers off. It's like, you said 2 to 20? Thank you. It said 2 to 20 is aggravated assault. 2 to 20. Thank you for that. Oh, she said 20. She said 20. Okay. Fit lawyer said 20. Thank you. See, I'm not a lawyer, y'all. I am not a lawyer. I don't know what the facts are. All I can do is give you my layman's opinion. And sometimes my guessing has been so far on point. My guessing have been on point. And I've sat and I watch and I listen and I see Whitaker is not playing, y'all. Judge Whitaker is not playing. She's gonna set examples. Thank you, Malcolm. 5 to 20. She says 5 to 20. My bad. She said 5 to 20. She says 5 to 20. She's an attorney. So I'm going to listen to the attorney. She's an attorney. I'm not. It can be probation, she said. Yeah, because I look at it this way. If he was not in jail, it would never happen, right? So they have to give an account of that because they kept him in jail too long, He went to 2 years of a trial and then ended up being found not guilty. He was found not guilty in all charges. So had he not been in jail, he would have never caught those free world charges. Hey, Elvis Presley, Nave. How you doing? Okay, now I have some other information for you guys. You guys know that those guys are coming back to court on the 20th of March, the 4PF guys, and they are going to be, and I'm gonna give you the name of those individuals. Hold on. They're going to be they're going to they're going to this is going to be their preliminary hearing for the murder of those teenagers. Okay, they're going to be, hey, I saw her today. Blue Nitty, I saw her today in court. Was it you? I saw her today. Was it you, Blue? Yeah, I saw Blue today, y'all. She was in court. Yep, I saw Blue today. She was in court today. I met her in person. Okay. Now, I know someone reported that those guys' cases was not going to be that there were not going to be any kind of indictment. It's not true. Not true at all. They just changed the case number. And that case number is, hold on a second. I'm going to give you all the case number. So anybody want to go look it up, I'm going to give you that information. Because I kept looking this morning. Remember this morning I was telling you guys when I went on the Odyssey and I couldn't find the case? That's because they changed the number into another number to put all of the guys together. Oh, this guy here, you said 1 to 20. I was right the first time. My bad. I'm all in the flight headed to Valdosta to court. Okay, thank you. Hold on a second. Let me give you the case number because I know some of you guys like to look up stuff and get the information. But let me go get the case number for you guys. Oh, that wasn't you? Okay, Blue. No, sorry, it wasn't you. It was another Blue. Sorry, my bad. Not you. Okay, let me get the information to you guys. Okay, sorry about that, Blue. I got you mixed up with the wrong Blue. All right, let me give you guys the information. Okay, the co-defendant to the 4FP are Marcus Crawford, DeKeithion Mobley, Richard Hollis, Reginald Thomas, Keontae Sandard, Eileen Cardwell, and Tradon Crawford. Tradon and Marcus are brothers. They're related, okay? They're the one who's being charged with the they're getting a RICO. They're being charged with the death of those two young men. They supposed to be a retaliation of, supposedly that's what the state said, a retaliation for little babies doing a video in their territory, something like that. So let me give you the case number for that. Hold on. The case number was, I like to give you guys the information. Case number is 25 PI 000240. That case number again is 25 P as in Paul, I as in India, 000240. That is the pre-indictment number for the 4PF charges for those two teenagers that was murdered last year on July 2nd. Okay. I understand that somebody said that the state chose to not indict. That's not true. They are being indicted because they got two murders on their hand that they have to come up with, And their new court date is March 20th, next week. Next week is their new court date. They have to be back in court. So I got 2 court dates to be at court next week. I have Gregory King, which is March 19th. They're doing the immunity hearing. They did have a hearing for Mr. Steele, but the motions that Mr. Steele submitted, there was 3 motions that he submitted, and the judge denied the 3 motions. And those 3 motions was, let me tell you what those motions was. Hold on. That's Gregory King. That is Jeffrey Williams' older brother. Okay. The first one she denied a motion asking for a special trial set date. He asked for his trial to not start because he has other trials going on. Okay. So that she knocked it down. She says this matter came before the court on March 7th for a hearing on defendant motion for a specially set trial filed on February 25th, 2025. Chief Senior Assistant District Attorney Shantivu, I don't know how to say his name, y'all. Come on. I don't know how to say his name. Appeared on behalf of the state of Georgia. Defendant Gregory King was present and represented by attorney Brian Steele. Upon consideration of the pleading argument of counsel and the applicable law and statute, in the consideration of same, defendant's motion for a specially set trial is mute. On January 30th, 2025, in open court, the court announced that this case would be specially set because the state announced 2 weeks trial announcement. So the case is supposed to be a 2-week trial announcement. So they have to get, they'll be notified 2 weeks ahead of time when the trial is going to be. So she denied Mr. Steele's motion. Okay, that was one motion. And then the next motion she denied was, hold on. The next motion was she denied Mr. Steele additional time for filing motions. So she said no to Mr. Steele about filing additional motions. She said, no. She said, okay, says this matter came before the court on March 7, 2025 for a hearing on defendant's motion for additional time to file motion filed on December 18, 2024. Chief Senior Assistant District Attorney, the same name, the same guy. He says, appeared on behalf of the state, defendant Mr. Gregory King, represented and presented by Brian Steele, Esquire, upon consideration of the pleading, argument of counsel and the applicable law and statute, and in consideration of the defendant's motion for additional time to file motion, hereby is denied. So she denied Mr. Steele to file for additional motion. So Mr. Steele can't send any more motion. He said no. Thank you so much, Nancy. No, thank you. Which Attorney Johnson is ill? I don't know anything about Attorney Johnson is ill. Maybe it's Eric Johnson. Maybe it's Eric Johnson. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. All right. Here's another motion she denied. That was 2. We talked about the extra time and the special date. Now, here's another one. Order denying defendant's motion to exclude evidence. She's denying their motion for him to exclude evidence. Let's read what she says. This matter came before the court on March 7th for a hearing on defendant's motion to exclude evidence filed on March 4th. Okay. On March 4th, on February 20th, that was my birthday. I just want to say that. On February 20th, 2025, this court directed that all motions in this instant case be filed by February 24th. Chief Senior Assistant District Attorney, whatever that guy's name is, appeared on before the state. Defendant Gregory King was present and represented by Mr. Brian Steele, Esquire. Upon consideration of the pleading argument of counsel, the applicable law and statute, this honorable court hereby denies defendant's motion to exclude any discovery provided by the state after September 30th, 2022, as ordered by the October 17th, 2022 case manager scheduling order. So Mr. Steele wasn't on the case at that time. Mr. Steele came on this case in December 2024. So whoever was his lawyer was supposed to file that motion, and they didn't file it. So Mr. Steele cannot file it to exclude those things. So they're letting everything in, y'all. Okay, the court does not find bad faith on part of the state. Defendant has had 3 attorneys during the pendency of this instant case. The state initially served discovery on defendant's previous attorney in 2023, and re-reserved discovery on defendant's current counsel on February 11, 2025. The prosecution also served a social media dump on Mr. King's current counsel as supplement discovery on or about February 11, 2025. So ordered the 11th day of March, 2025. So everything that was in there is being, he can't exclude anything. Ouch. But there's still hope, y'all. Mr. Steele did adopt on the next week, on the 19th, there is going to be a hearing. This is the hearing on the immunity, y'all, because the other defendant filed an immunity motion, and that immunity motion had to do with them excluding, well, not excluding, but basically saying that it was self-defense and the self-defense type of immunity, something like that. And therefore, because I read it to you guys a couple of weeks ago, what that motion was. And so basically they're saying that he was protecting himself and his property, therefore he cannot be held responsible as a crime because he was protecting his property. Eppinger needs a new lawyer? What? Oh yeah, I gotta go check it out. Man, y'all should have told me this, because then I would have went to the courthouse and got that information for y'all. Why y'all didn't tell me? Somebody needed to text me and tell me this. I could have got it. You know what? Let me go inside the thing and see if I can see it. Because when I go in here, I gotta pay for that stuff. Unless y'all gonna pay for it? Y'all gonna pay for it? If I go and pull it up and see and read it, y'all want me to pull it up? I can pull it up now. But somebody gonna have to pay for it. Y'all gonna pay for it? Who gonna pay for it? And I don't want to hear nobody saying, "Oh, she's always begging." Y'all gonna pay for it? Who gonna pay for it? I'll pull it up, because y'all know that stuff costs 50 cents a page. Tell you how much we are. You want me to go find out? I'll show y'all. You know me, I'm very transparent. We'll go pull it up. Let's go pull it up. All right, guys, hold on. Everybody, just hold on. I'm going on to the because y'all always bringing information about stuff. Oh my God. All right, let's go in. Let me show y'all. Let's go. Okay, let's go and check it out. Let's do 22 SC 183572. You know, I know this case by heart. That I know the YSL case by heart now, y'all. Let me pull it up so you guys can see. Let's pull it up so you guys can see it. Let me show you guys. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's go in. We're gonna go take a look at it. Okay. Well, y'all said Eppinger, right? We gotta go to Eppinger's. Eppinger. That's Farley. We don't see Eppinger. It might be on the next page. Hold on. Let's go to the next page. All right, Eppinger. Let's stick there. And it's a motion, right? All right, so hold on, it's loading, y'all. Hold on, it's loading. Okay, looks like Sean Hoover is on there now. You know who Sean Hoover is, right? That's the same attorney that Ernesto has. See, Sean Hoover? But let's see. We gotta wait till this thing spin. It hasn't stopped yet. All right, let's see. Okay. They have a pretrial conference on the 27th. Put that date down, y'all. They have a pretrial conference this 27th of March. Need y'all to put that date down. Okay, let's go look at the filing. Let's see. We're gonna do this by the filing, because then we'll find out if they Can y'all see this? I know it's very hard. It's little. Let me make it bigger for y'all. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see this? Let me move out the way. Can y'all see this? Let me take that. Can y'all see that? Is that better for y'all to see? All right, we gotta see how much it is first. We don't know. We gotta make sure we got the right thing, because we don't want to get the wrong thing and it not be the right. When was that filed? We gotta go down and see what date it's at. Let's go. Keep going. Hold on. It has to be a most recent date, because we're not April. We're in this day. Let's go down. Okay, we're gonna go. Let's go to the end. Okay. Oh, let's go all the way to the end. Okay, 23rd. Okay. There's a motion, eliminate, excluded, scheduling, specialty, production. It doesn't, I don't see anything about, this is a motion in limine, y'all. I don't see, do you think this might be it? Scheduling order? Let's see, you want me to check that one? That wouldn't be it. I don't want to pull the wrong thing and we paid for something and we got the wrong thing. Let's go take a look at this first. Hold on. They could let us preview it. This has to do with the evidence. That's a preview. Okay, we don't want that one. Let's go back a little bit. Let's see. I don't want to buy the wrong thing. Okay, let's go in here. It will have to be something having to do with the that's the response. Conflict. Let's see what the conflict is. All right, let's see. Eppinger. There's a conflict for Eppinger. It says Fulton Superior Court status conference scheduled on Wednesday, February 7th, on or before Judge Whitaker, opposing counsel, assistance. Okay, we don't know what happened. Oh, yeah. Eric has a conflict. You're right, y'all. We don't even have to buy it. Right there, he has a conflict. It says he has a conflict. Let's make it bigger. Let's make it bigger so y'all can see. Y'all see it? Can y'all see? He has a conflict. He says, under the provision of Rule 17 of the Uniform Superior Court Rule, I am hereby notifying each and every address listed above of the potential conflict listed. I am lead counsel on each listed case, and the cases cannot be adequately handled to the client's best interest by my counsel. This case are listed in order of priority as by Rule 17.1. So this one here has more priority than Eppinger. Eppinger is last on the list here, so therefore he is not going to be the attorney at this case. But we don't know if he's going to be not. I think that was just on the 7th of February. So we don't know if he's not going to be the attorney altogether. He's saying that these cases up here takes more priority than the Eppinger's case. So it doesn't say that he's off of it indefinitely. He says all attempt would be made to resolve any problem as the opposing counsel needs to resolve their case as set. So he's already telling you there's a conflict. He had these other two cases that's in conflict with the case that he has, but I don't know if it's indefinitely. I know it's for that 7th of February. I don't know about, it doesn't say anything about anybody being ill. And I'm not going to buy that if we don't need to. Hold on. Okay, the withdrawal, demand, and petition. Okay, we don't need to do that. Order specialty. Suppress, motion, eliminate, production, Rule 22, prosecution intent, notice of conflict. We just read the notice of conflict, and that's it. Let's see what's next over here. Let's see what's next. Y'all, we saved some money. We didn't need to go in there because we don't see anything saying that he has this one here is just a production of discovery. So they have a court on the 27th. See, they have court. Okay, it says here, it appears that the court, it appearing to the court that Eppinger, who is now serving time in a special management unit, is scheduled for a hearing, trial date 3/27 and 3/28 in the case of State of Georgia versus Eppinger. It is ordered and said that Eppinger be delivered to the sheriff of Fulton County or his lawful deputies to be brought into court for the purpose of scheduling for a hearing at 9:30 to testify and be returned to whence he or she came. So he has to come to court on the 27th of March and the 28th. And that's with Judge Whitaker. (27th or 28th), he has to come. If we go back here, let's go back. Let me make this smaller. Sorry, guys, I got to make this smaller so I can see these things here. Okay, we're going to put it back here. Let's see a hearing. Let's see what hearing he has. All right, he has a hearing on, Yeah, he has a hearing, a pre-trial conference, the 27th. He has to come to court. So that's the next date, court date for YSL. For him especially. So we'll hear what happens then on the 27th. So I'll be in court for that. Okay, guys? Did you guys hear me? He's still on the case. He will have assistant. Okay. So Rock, thank you for that. They talked about Johnson in the last hearing. That is why the date was pushed back for trial. Okay. Rock, the trial was pushed back for the other guy too. I know that for examples. I wasn't there on the 7th, so thank you for that information. Thank you. But the 27th is when they come back, okay? 27th there. You see it right there in black and white, right under Sir Rock's face. Hold on, let me move Sir Rock out the way. You see right there, pre-trial conference on March 27th. So mark your calendar at 9:30, y'all. 9:30. Mark your calendar. Folks that likes to take notes, mark the calendar. So we got the 19th, I'll be there for Gregory King. The 20th, I'll be there for the PF4 guy, the Keithion. We got on the 27th, we come back for YSL. April 9th, we come back for well, the 4P people was the 19th, but the 9th we come back for the Keithion and DeMonte Kendrick. Okay, we don't have a date for Miles Farley yet. There's no date given for Miles Farley. Okay. You got them confused? What you got confused? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And McMullen is the one who didn't have an attorney. So, okay, Eppinger, let's see, hold on. You said Eppinger needs a new attorney if Eric Johnson that is ill. We are going to find out on the 27th because they said trial is not going to start until late. So YSL Part 2 is not even starting in March at all. So I think it's going to be like around July or something like that. Anybody have any questions? Because I think I got everything down because I took my notes. I mean, I can give y'all what else the judge did today. I just like my own mistake. Okay. Oh, I could tell you all the attorneys that's on the other case. We have Hoover is on there. My attorney, Mr. Lewis, is on the 4PF people. My attorney, Mr. Brandon Lewis, he's on there. He has his own personal practice, but he also does work. He does, work over there on the other side too. Fulton County. All right. About Jeff money. You said about Jeff money? What about his money? Did they handle that? According to Mr. Steele, there's still negotiation. There's still negotiation going on with his stuff. According to Mr. Steele, last time I talked to Mr. Steele, they still got some stuff going on. And remember, they saying that the jury, the diamond or something like that is going to be given to the juror, not the jeweler, not the juror, the jeweler, the guy that the jury belongs to. Which judge is 2B? That's Judge Huey. Her name is Judge Huey. That's who's there. Brooks was there. Brooks was normally there, but Judge Huey, Huey, she is the one that's there. She's a judge that's over that spot now. That's who was there today. And she is very strict. She can remind you of a Paige Whitaker. Oh, you're welcome, Tyler. Y'all, I'm telling you, I was in that court. I was like back in my element, y'all. I was like, oh my God, I miss being here. I miss it. Y'all, I'm serious. Being in the courtroom is my element. It's my element. I felt like I'm home. Even Judge Whitaker's assistant, not Miss Purcell, not her, Rossi. You know Rossi? Rossi, what's her name? Rossi. She was like, "Hey, Miss Sylvia." I was like, "Oh, they remember me." Even the DAs and all that. And one of the DAs is like my favorite. He came and hugged me. He's like, "Hey, honey, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while." And the deputies, they were like, "Where you been?" I was like, "I've been around." So, well, because the juror Beasley, the jurors shows that they had ownership of it. That's why they're giving it to the juror, the jeweler, not juror, jeweler. No, not that one, Renette. Not that DA. That DA does not take none of this serious. He is the coolest guy. Y'all seen him in my live before. He's not one of them that you see on that was with YSL. No. He's not one of them. He said he don't get involved with all that extra stuff. He do his job, he do it to the best of his ability and move on. Miss Beasley, I am not a celebrity. Dallas keeps saying that all the time. I got something to say. Oh yeah, let me. Hey, anybody want to come up and say something? Want to correct something that I've said? But I just want to tell you guys. This morning I was telling you guys I couldn't find that case with those 4PF guys, and I was saying that it's kind of fishy, but they just changed the case number, and I just gave you guys a case number on that. Did I see JoJo? No, I didn't see JoJo. I didn't park over there. I park at the regular thing. JoJo's on the other side, so I don't get a chance to see them at all. No, I don't get a chance to see them. I don't go towards the parking lot at all. I don't go through there. I miss it I miss parking there. I miss it. Did you ever see YouTube Jason Collins, Jury 56? He is doing series of interviews. He's doing a series of interviews? No, I hadn't talked to him. Did I get your email? No, yes, I did get your email. Did I not respond? I thought I responded to you. I thought I responded. I don't know if I did. I didn't think you know me, I'd be running around. I thought in my mind I responded to you. I have to go back and see if I responded. He's doing a series on YouTube talking about the case. Oh, okay. Here come Nancy. Hey, Nancy.
Hi, Sylvia. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so there's an Attorney Johnson. His name came up in McBurney's room on Monday and yesterday. He's got a lot of serious cases by the sounds of it, murders, things like that, all over the state.
He does.
I don't know if it's Eric Johnson or not.
Well, you know what? We could take a look at it. Let's go take a look, because you know me, I have that ability to find out if he has a lot of cases.
Well, by the sounds of it, he is seriously ill. They don't know whether he's going to live.
What?
He needs new kidneys. People have had to come out of retirement to take on his cases.
Are you sure it's Eric Johnson?
I don't know if it's Eric Johnson or not. That's what I'm saying. They just said Attorney Johnson. But can you remember Quindarius Zachary's attorney, Ricky Richardson, that was on the phone that time when they were all screaming and they're going, we're going to call Ricky, we're going to call Steele, we're going to call Shaw. When Zachary's dad was screaming at the investigator, and Zachary had Ricky Richardson as his attorney. He's now retired. He's come out of retirement to take over some of these cases with another attorney.
Okay, let me see if I can find Eric Johnson.
But it's only happened over the weekend from the sounds of it. I tried looking into it yesterday. But because everything's new and they don't know what's happening with him, nothing, no paperwork's being changed that I can see. But as Eric Johnson, did he take over some of, or has worked with Tanya Miller before?
I don't know.
Tanya Miller, she had Roscoe.
I don't know.
At
Yeah,
one point.
everything that's happening right now allegedly, because we don't know what the facts are. Okay, because I don't want.
Oh, I know, but all these names have been mentioned in McBurney's room these past 2 days. So it were Tanya Miller, Kayla were brought up, this Attorney Johnson, whoever he is, Ricky Richardson. Somebody wanted bond because YSL beat him up in jail. There's been that many characters from YSL in McBurney's room these past 2 days. It's hilarious.
Hold on, let me see.
But if Eppinger needs a new lawyer,
that's what they said. They said Eppinger needs a new lawyer.
If he does, Johnson's a popular name, so it's
no. There's another Johnson. There's a T Johnson too, so we don't know. And there's an R Johnson, so it could be any of these other Johnsons.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to say it's Eric Johnson, but if it is, the case could be pushed back even further.
No, but it's not. It could be any Johnson, because I'm looking on here. There's about 5 Johnsons, so let's not. We don't want to put that out because we don't know.
I mean, I don't want any attorney to be seriously. I don't want anyone to be seriously ill.
Okay.
But I mean, Eppinger, he's already in jail anyway. He's being sentenced for something else, I think. So he's never gonna get out, or he's not gonna. I think he got about 40 years at the minute. The same goes with Nord, Miles McMullen, but Garlington, if he has to wait for the others to sort attorneys out, because Demise McMullen's just had a new attorney appointed. And they've got
Nancy, I don't want to put anything out like that because we don't know which attorney it is. So y'all, whatever y'all heard,
no, that's what I'm saying. If that's why I wanted to know if there was any news in the courthouse.
No, I didn't hear anything. I was just in the courthouse today, and I didn't hear anything about
because attorneys are scrambling to take over the cases. Whoever this Attorney Johnson is, they're having to scramble to get other attorneys to take on his cases, and his cases, whoever he is, sounds as though he takes on serious cases. But if Garlington has to wait for, we know that Demise McMullen has just had a new attorney that needs to catch up on the case. That's why it was pushed back to the summer. So depending on what happens, he's got to wait in jail until the others are ready to go, which isn't fair, really.
They're all in jail. None of them are out. They're all in
Oh,
jail.
yeah, I know, but the other ones are
time. They're all serving time.
The other ones are already sentenced. Garlington hasn't got a sentence.
Garlington has a case already that he's sentenced for. They all do. All three of them are in jail already for cases that they had.
What's Garlington got a sentence for?
He has another case that he had. Most of them have priors.
Yeah, I know, but Garlington was out because he was arrested after Shannon.
He was in jail. He was in jail.
No, he was arrested after Shannon because he was talking on the wiretap.
No, he was in jail. He has a jail case that happened. He was in jail. He's in one of those, I think, Telford, one of those places he was.
In 2022?
He was in jail.
He was the one with the wiretap that was with Shannon on the night of the drinks murder.
But he's in jail for a case. I don't know when that case is, but he's in jail. He's serving time.
I know they're all in jail now.
No, he's serving time for a conviction already. He has a conviction. This case here is separate from what he has already.
When was he sentenced to that?
I don't have that information in front of me right now.
Because from what I've seen, he was out clear. I'm not sure whether he's been in trouble since. I don't think he has. I don't think he's been in any trouble in the jail. There's nothing on his record.
You saw his record?
Yeah.
When last time you looked at it?
A couple of weeks ago, maybe.
You ain't see nothing else on his record?
No, it got priors.
Okay, that's why I was saying he's serving time for a prior case already. He was convicted.
But he was out in 2022. He was actually.
I'm not saying all I know, he is serving time. He's serving time.
But he was the one that Viverito had got the wiretap on. And that they say him was in Shannon's car the night of Drink's murder, even though he was never caught on camera.
All right. Is there anything else?
No, but like I say, if you hear any courtroom talk about an Attorney Johnson, because it sounds as though he's got some interesting cases as well. Whoever this attorney is, and all these other high-profile attorneys are jumping in to save his cases. So,
see, I don't want to spread the Johnson because I don't know who it is, and I don't want to false information to be brought across this platform until we can verify who it is. I don't want to say there is a Johnson that's oh,
there's definitely an Attorney Johnson that is sick.
Yeah, but I don't even want to even mention that.
But it's just which Attorney Johnson.
Yeah, folks will start saying it came from Sylvia's platform. Yeah, I did not say that.
No, it was Nancy New 1-2 that said it. And I am not saying that it is Eric Johnson. I am saying if it is Eric Johnson, then Eppinger will need to find a new attorney. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying if it is.
Yeah. See, the
And
thing is, I don't like us bringing stuff in here because it gets folks confused, and then they'll start taking certain things and say it can't. Trust me, based on past experience.
I know how internet rumors can be
I want
twisted.
us to at least have verified information because I can't even verify. I can't say anything. All I saw on the screen is that there was a conflict with his case that day
That
on
could just be a scheduling conflict. So,
That's all I have.
yeah, that could just be a scheduling conflict, and
That's what it was, a scheduling conflict.
yeah. So that, but no motions have been put in regarding an attorney Johnson from the sounds of it, because from the sounds of it, this attorney Johnson, whoever this attorney Johnson is in hospital and actually can't do anything.
Okay.
They had to get permission from the judge to step into somebody else's case.
We don't even want to talk about that anymore. We're done with that. We're done with that one because we don't know who it is. We don't want to keep talking about that at all. Well, let's stick on the topic. The topic is that the other case that we have that we were talking about, the 4FP, the 4PF, and the Farley. That's what we're going to stick with. Because the other stuff we don't want to get involved with the Eric's. We don't know. Okay.
And here we go, adventuring. She's got information regarding Miles.
Hold on a second. Erin, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Erin.
Oh, you're good. I just wanted to come up and let everyone know Miles is going to turn himself in tomorrow. The state is seeking a revocation. His probation officer was not initially planning on filing the petition for revocation. And then she called him on Tuesday. I guess Abate made a personal call and requested that she
Nancy, mute Nancy, because we can't hear. We hear echo from yours. Can you mute, please? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Erin.
So he is going to turn himself in tomorrow to Rice Street. And then
he just got a bond.
Yeah, he got a bond on his charges, but now they're seeking a revocation, so it's going to be considered a new warrant.
What? So I mean, the money he paid, they got to come back?
He's not going to get it back.
What?
Yeah, because they're going to consider it to be like two separate cases. The warrant revocation is going to be on his RICO indictment, but the bond he paid is on this new case. So it's going to be completely different. So it'll be the same thing as Diamante's bond. Like if he pleads out in front of Whitaker on April 9th, not saying that he will, just if he did and his case was resolved that day. And then they had or if he bonded out in front of McBurney, it would be a separate bond for the pre-file charges that are in front of Brandy. The $4,000 in front of Brandy is completely separate from anything he would pay in front of McBurney. So it would be both. And that's what Miles has right now is a pre-file indictment charge.
Well, he should just stayed in there and not pay a bond to get out. That doesn't. Oh my God.
I don't think he knew because at his first appearance, they did not present him with a revocation warrant. Yeah, they just granted bond. He didn't find out until yesterday. He went to go see his PO on Monday and she wasn't there. And then she called him on Tuesday and Abate made a personal call to his probation officer and asked her to write up the petition to revoke his probation. So he's turning himself in.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was a wasted $2,000.
I know. I would be so mad. Yeah. And then for his pre-file case, he is on the pre-file status calendar for March 28th. He doesn't know the time yet, but it's in courtroom 2B.
That's Huey's courtroom. That lady, the new one.
Yes, I assume she's still on the calendar for it right now. I know it rotates sometimes, at least for magistrate court. Yeah, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. But since the 11th, that's been her area. So that's his next court date, as far as we know. And then everything else will be within the revocation for the 22 SC case.
Wow. So they're going to indict him then?
I don't know that they're going to indict him. My personal opinion is, have you seen the stuff that's going on with Mr. Nichols currently?
Yeah.
Because he got a new case. He's supposed to be eligible for parole in July, and Fonnie Willis on February 21st just filed a new criminal indictment. So my concern is that they're going to wait until after Judge Whitaker decides on Miles's revocation to actually move forward with a criminal indictment, and just wait and wait and wait and try to hold it over his head for as long as they can, which is my biggest concern. I really hope that, because like his criminal history is like traffic tickets. It's not like,
Yeah.
he's not like a danger to the community, a danger to person or property, flight risk of committing additional felonies. Like, he's a good candidate for first offender. I have been looking at Whitaker's outcome.
But listen, Erin, today when I was in her courtroom, she was going in after the gang stuff.
I think they all have previous criminal histories, though.
Yeah, that guy definitely, he did. But she I was talking to the attorney, and they said she's going to make an example, because she's really trying to crack down on that stuff. Because what she told the guy today, she said that they know when they sign those agreement, they should acknowledge everything in those special condition, and they're supposed to follow it to the letter. If they have question, they're supposed to ask their probation officer, so they won't violate it anyway. No, she's talking about Nichols, YSL Nichols, not Brian Nichols. Nichols, remember what's the name's husband, the one that was Quantavious Nichols. That's who we're talking about.
Sorry, on my end that shows that it sent twice, so I apologize if that sent twice. Hopefully she will go easy on him.
I don't think so.
I think she might, honestly, because there were, I know
she's gonna give him at least 5 years. I'm gonna tell you that right now. She's gonna give him at least 5 years.
I don't know, Miss Sylvia. I really don't. Because Winnie Lee also violated, and she didn't do anything for his. No incarceration time, and he was arrested for it as well. She just extended his amount of time for supervision from 2 years to 3 years. So I'm going to keep my hopes up.
I want to keep my hopes up. I do, Erin, but I got to think the worst right now, because with everything that's happening, especially with the state, they're mad of the YSL case. So I don't know.
It would be especially beneficial for him if B Slime came in and actually admitted that it was his and took responsibility for it in front of Whitaker. I think that would be.
B Slime didn't get arrested.
I know, but that's part of Miles's warrant. So he can come in and testify, because if he has a probable cause hearing, they'll have Officer Diaz-Taylor, the arresting officer, and probably Officer Storno or Detective Storno as well come in. So hopefully Manetas will call B Slime to just come up and say, hey, that was mine. This is my car. Like, I had equal access. So that way they can at least have a defense against the constructive possession. Because right now, I don't think that they can prove that Miles knew that the firearm was there and intended to use it, which is what they need for constructive possession. And that's why they arrested him.
I got you.
So hopefully he'll come in. I'm trying to keep my hopes up.
But see, then B Slime is going to get arrested because he's a convicted felon already, too. Remember?
He might, but that statement's going to come in regardless, because it's part of Miles's warrant. So that's his problem. That's not Miles's problem.
Okay.
Sorry, B Slime. I don't mean to throw you under the bus.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh.
Did anything happen regarding Obama?
I don't believe so.
He's going to be testifying in the next case, so they're probably holding that over his head right now. So,
that's true. That's true, because it was him that they reached out to regarding Lucci and everything else. So that's part of the RICO charge. So
the last thing filed in his is a probation revocation petition on October 22nd of 2024.
That's
but nothing has happened on that case. That's the last thing that's been filed. They haven't made any movement on it.
And because they want him to testify on this next set. So they're holding it over his head just in case.
Yeah. And that's my concern, that that's what they're going to do with Miles as well.
Could they be going after Miles and Nichols to get Garlington for the drinks murder, to hold something over the head, because Garlington was never caught on camera. So it's trying to place him there. They don't seem to want to drop that charge. So are they going after Nichols and Miles to potentially get them to talk that Garlington was in Shannon's car?
Well, they can't make Miles talk because that's not a special condition of his plea. He doesn't have to testify, and he didn't have any factual acknowledgments.
For his old case. Now they've both got new cases.
Yeah, but they can't make him testify in this case. Like in exchange for something in a different case. Because that's not, like, they can't just add. They would have to prove that he violated his probation, actually move forward with the revocation process, get it revoked, and then move to amend his plea to try to force him to testify. But Miles would have to agree to that amendment because it's already entered and it's past the 30 days to which they can, that's when it becomes finalized. And at that point, neither state can really challenge it without a formal revocation proceeding. And he would have to agree to that condition in exchange for something else to actually modify it.
Now, can I ask about Monktonk, and if he is subpoenaed to testify in this new trial?
His attorney was just in the chat. His attorney,
Jim.
Fit Lawyer was in the chat. That's his attorney. She was just
but I'm wondering if he's subpoenaed to testify, he can't win, because if he goes along with his original plea agreement, then
Nancy, we're going all over the place. We don't know about that.
But Judge Whitaker's going to then say, oh, well, he committed perjury in the last trial. If he says what he said in the last trial, he could be charged again for going against his plea, and he's not allowed to plead the fifth. So, and it was Garlington, Little D, who he shot up houses with. So he can't win. Hopefully he's not called to testify, but you never know.
Okay, Nancy.
You know, in Fit we trust, and I'm sure that she's got his back. And
Absolutely.
His other attorney was just granted admission, like temporary admission to the Georgia bar. So I'm sure he will be okay. He has great attorneys. I'm gonna go ahead and hop down, Miss Sylvia. Okay.
Go
Nancy, Fit, go
Nancy,
Jim.
I'll see you later, Nancy.
Bye,
Bye, Nancy.
Bye.
See you later. Yeah, I gotta go now. I gotta go. You guys, my 2 hours is almost up. I gotta go. Oh my God. I'll see you guys later. Y'all already know me, y'all. Y'all know me, right? My head is spinning. It's going like this. It's going like this. My head is spinning. Oh, don't act annoyed or be rude. You know what, Skylar, you gonna find a bush to find yourself at, because you coming in here. You know what? Let me, y'all take care of Skylar, because Skylar's gonna get on my nerve right now. Skylar gonna need some time out because I don't feel like dealing with it. All right, thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Aaron, for coming up. Guys, I gotta go. My head is spinning. It's just, Fulton County. Once you leave out of Fulton County, your head is just like, because you don't know which way they're gonna go. You don't know what's gonna happen. Just don't get caught in Fulton County, y'all. Just don't get caught in Fulton County, because you don't know how they're gonna operate. You don't know. You don't know. Seriously. I'm being serious. You don't know. My head just spinning. And I understand where Nancy's coming from with all this other extra stuff, right? It's just too much right now, y'all. It's just too much. So you guys see, we got a whole bunch of dates coming up. Erin has given us some new information. Nancy has some information she has to go check because we're not going to put anything out about Eric or anything because we don't know what attorney it is. Okay. I see you guys. Guys, have a great, wonderful night. And because you know me, I can't do past that 2 hours stuff because it really gets me repeating myself and seeing the same thing over and over again. But shout out to Nancy. And Nancy said, sorry, but it's a lot and none seem fair and just. Hello? Nothing seems fair and just. But shout out to Nancy and Erin. Thank you guys for coming up. But I got to go. Seriously, my head is like dealing with this Fulton County, y'all. Fulton County will just have your head spinning. I'm telling you, spinning. Because for them to do some of the stuff they're about to do, Lord have mercy, I'm sending you money on the 29th. When I get paid, you are worth it. Well, thank you. Thank you, Shanna. But guys, I am telling you, it's never ending story with this. And I understand, the purpose of trying to get the streets clean and things like that. But guys, they gotta do their job right the first time. They got to do their job right the first time. All this craziness, holding cases and not putting in, not indicting and going back and charging this. And I know it's all about the money game. The city's broke. They find a way to make money, double it up. Because that bond situation, that doesn't make sense. With Farley's situation, you getting that 200 and something. You already got money when he was on bond the first time. That was $650,000, right? And that was like 6% of that. That's like $60,000 you got from that. That's a lot. All right. I need to rest, y'all. I really need to rest. You guys have been wonderful. Thank you for coming in here. I appreciate you guys, but I got to go. She said, don't let Fulton stress you. I'm trying not to let it stress me, y'all. But, it felt good to be in the courtroom, y'all. I felt like my element again. And I thank y'all for joining. I will get the information out next week. I'll be in court on the 19th. And the 20th, I'll be in court, okay? Then the following week, I'll be on court the 27th and the 28th, it looks like. So we got a lot of dates coming up, okay? Thank you. Shout out to every single one of you guys. And you guys have a great night. God bless you. I love you guys. You guys rock. Thank you for coming up again. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Erin. Nancy, you just had my head spinning because you were saying, bringing up everything. I'm like, Nancy, hold up. But anyway, thank you, Erin, for the information. And guys, I love you guys again. I appreciate y'all. You guys have a good night. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Good night again, y'all. Love y'all. Bye.
Thank you for watching the infamous Sylvia channel, where laughter and fun make up our panel. Together we build this digital spree. We appreciate you and our growing family. With mods by our side and chat flowing free in this online space. It's just you and me, we laugh until tears roll down like the rain. In this virtual world you ease on our pains. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mars and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We cherish the moments, the highs and lows, from the latest gossip to stories untold. You're more than a viewer, you're part of the crew in this space of ours. It's all because of you. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mars and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. We're a family, not just a show. Every click and comment makes us grow. Mars and chat, keeping the vibe so right. Together we shine like stars in the night. This digital world where emotion is shared, every post and reaction showing we care. The love is real in this virtual domain. With every sign, enjoys what we'll gain. We're a family, not just a show. Every click